The black community has given the retarded kids on the playground the ability to make all the rules. That's why you have dumbass rules like no snitching. Yo, what's good, YouTube? It's Rashad Crenshaw back again with another video. Now, Charleston White has ushered in this new era of the death of gangster culture. And now the toxic gang culture has started to take massive L's. Jay Prince has caught a few strays from Charleston White. You know, Charleston White believes that mob ties ain't really shit and doesn't exist.
Yeah, I don't think they mob ties is mob ties. It's rap-a-lot ties, you know. But they ain't got no mob to move nothing in America. They can't persuade no judge like the real Italian mafia can. They ain't got no construction contracts like the real mob ties in New York has with the unions. And no. They just playing gangster like the niggas playing.
He also believes that Jay Prince shouldn't be making black people check in. If he's gonna make black people check in, he should be making the white boy check in.
Make that white boy check in. Yeah, make the white boy motorcycle gang. Make Taylor Swift check in. Make Khloe Kardashian check in. What's the white boy name on The Voice? Make every motherfucking body check in. What's the white boy name down here? Post Malone. Make him check in.
Yeah.
Why the niggas got to check in? I just left Houston last week. I ain't check in.
Now, I agree with Charleston on this. I can't speak to mob ties. You know, Jay Prince was able to get Almighty Jay's chain back. I don't know how that was possible. I don't know how that happened, but he was able to get Almighty Jay's chain back. However, do I believe that Jay Prince really has deep mob ties equivalent to that of the mafia? No. Do I believe mob ties extends to anything other than black people or the black music industry? No. I do believe mob ties is very, very specific to certain communities and environments. And at the end of the day, I do believe that it's embarrassing that as a community, we make our own artists and our own entertainers check in. Why is it that a white artist, a white musician, a white actor can go to any state in this country and is never forced to check in by the white people in that state? The only people that make them check in is the airport, the hotel. Those are the only entities, institutions, buildings, whatever, that make these artists check in. Why is it that when a black artist goes to a city, they gotta check in with Jay Prince, check in with Whack 100, check in with so-and-so? It's pointless. It's foolishness. I really don't get it. Why does anybody need to check in anywhere? Why are we forcing our own people to hand over money in exchange for protection? Let me put it to y'all like this. The only checking in that ever really matters is the checking in that you do with the US government. Because at the end of the day, Jay Prince checks in with them. You check in with them. We all check in with them. We check our paychecks in with them with taxes. We check in when we go to another state. We go on the airplane. In their air, land, check into their airports, let them check our bags, let them dictate where we go, what we do. That's the people that you check in with. And they wield power 100 times greater than Jay Prince. This checking in shit is childish. It's childish. Every time I hear it, I can't help but laugh. Hearing Steven Jackson, as old as he is, talking about I check in with the real ones at O Block. You're damn near 50 checking in with 17 and 16-year-olds, my nigga. You're a grown man. An old man at that. Checking in with children into a apartment complex that the people who own it are saying, we're going to tear this down in like the next 2 years. You didn't check in with them. You checked in with the people who pay rent there, who are about to be gentrified and kicked out of there. We really got to look at this stuff and laugh at it for what it is, because it's all laughable. This checking in shit is laughable. It's laughable. Truly, it really is. When they make white folks check in to Houston, when they make white folk check into Houston, when they make Hispanics, all these other races check into these different cities with Jay Prince, then I believe it. then I'll believe it. But the only group we make check in is our own. The only group we visit violence upon, if checking in does not occur, is our own. The only group. The only group. It's embarrassing. What are we checking in for? What do we gain from checking in? Truly. Did Jay Prince use mob ties to handle Derek Chauvin? No. Them white folks locked his ass up. Did Jay Prince use his mob ties to handle George Zimmerman? Nah, them white folks let him go. In fact, a white man shot at George Zimmerman. They locked his ass up for 20-something years. Did Jay Prince use mob ties over Sandra Bland? No. Did Jay Prince use mob ties for anything that actually matters? No. Instead, these dudes build up these reputations for having violent killers in their midst, violent gang members who hang out with them and do their little bidding and be their little flunkies. They build up their reputation and use it for absolutely nothing. The only thing they use this reputation and connections for is terrorizing you. So when people like Charleston White come out and say that mob ties ain't this and Jay Prince need to make other races check in, he's right. He's right. He's 100% correct. Check in for what? Check in for what? And who are we checking in with? We're checking in with dudes who do nothing for the community. I'm not checking in with no nigga that claims to have mob ties but doesn't handle some of the biggest issues facing the black community today. I'm not checking in with a nigga that claims they got mob ties and can't check the police. When the police kill a black man unlawfully, can Jay Prince check the cops? Can Jay Prince send his mob ties down to the station to kill the cop who killed a black man unjustly? No. So what the fuck do I or any other black man look like checking in with Jay Prince? Do I look like Drake? I'm not Drake. I'm not a business associate of Jay Prince. Them niggas got to check in with Jay Prince. They got business contracts with him. They got associations with Jay Prince. They need to check in with him. But to make every single person of stature and status check in Houston with Jay Prince, for what? This is embarrassing how we do one another as a community. It's pathetic. It's stupid. Who comes up with this shit? I've said it before and I'll say it again. The black community has given the retarded kids on the playground the ability to make all the rules. That's why you have dumbass rules like no snitching. That's why you got dumbass rules like if his status ain't hood, I ain't checking for him. That's why you got dumbass shit in the community where black women are being slandered every single day on all these different podcasts, on all these different shows. Black culture has been given into the hands of the retards of the community to make all these rules. 100% fact. So keep that in mind when y'all see these ridiculous rules like check in. When you see grown ass black men talk about I'm checking in with the real ones at 50 years old. The retarded children of the community have been given the keys to make the decisions and to make the rules in the black community. And y'all are seeing the result of that every single day. And that's just the facts.